dragging him onto camera now. Let's get straight down to it. 2019 Polo GTI Plus, that's an option. Load of spec on it, load of mods, engine mods, cosmetic mods, exhaust mods. He's literally gone all out on it. He's gone the whole way with it, and I still don't think he's done with it. He's had this actually sprayed from factory. It's what, chrome? White from factory. I'll get a picture of his Insta, I'll throw it in here. Shit. So that comes white. I think this comes in chrome right underneath the red line. He's had that wrapped, sprayed black when it went in for stone chip work, and he's had the underneath the red wrapped in black. This also comes tinted, not tinted. It comes fully chrome. He's had that actually wrapped tinted, but the ACC sensor's under there, so you have to be a bit careful what you do with that. So he's had that tinted, it's been fine for him. It looks a lot more aggressive, it just gives it a bit more of a stealthy look on the car. He's thrown on a splitter, which he scraped the shit out of in London, and he's also cracked it over here, which is getting changed. But yeah, it was a nice splitter, but he'll be getting that changed soon. It was. Raja Customs, chameleon windscreen, very subtle. I don't even know if you can see it on the camera in the weather we're in now. There's a very subtle chameleon put on, same as I've had on the C63. We didn't want nothing too showy and flashy, just something that's subtle in certain weathers. This is the one. I think it's called the Stealth Chameleon. So that's the one we've gone for on the 63, on Moib's car, and on this, and I'm going to put it on the Golf as well. Big man wanted spec, so he got the 18-inch breccias. They're actually 18, believe it or not. And look at his fitment there. Sits very, very well, especially with the Camorans as well. They fill the arch sculpt up properly, so his fitment is sick. Especially when he's got people in the car, it sits like a fucking little shoebox just driving around. It's sick. He's had the carbon mirror caps put on. I'm thinking of telling that they're actually covers that go over the original. Yeah. The covers that go over the original. So I'm thinking of telling him to actually just change the whole thing out, so it's not sat on top of the original mirror cap. But it's a minor for now. It's not a big deal. Race design side skirts running across the whole side of the car. Subtle, but it gives that car that more lower look, especially when people sat in the car, like I said. And with his springs and spacer cell, which I'll talk about in a minute, it just sits very like slammed to the ground, and it just gives it that more sleek. It's like an OEM plus kind of spec. It's not too obvious that it's like my Golf with the Maxton rear diffuser. You know it's an aftermarket diffuser. This sits very like subtle, as in you can kind of tell it looks factory basically. Best way to put it. I think he's gone for 20% on the front tints. Obviously the car's for off-road use only, so they're not illegal. But limo on the back? Yeah. Limo on the back, 20% on the front. Just gives him his privacy he wants. Big boy pan roof. Every car we have has a pan roof without fail. And it's a very rare option on the Polo GTI, because there's barely any of them for a start, because they're out of production, like I said. So to get one with a pan roof and all the other options he's got, he smashed it. I think the car actually holds money. They're not going to drop, because there's only 3,500 of them in the UK. Rear fitment setup. So the reason he's actually running PS4s on the back, and the reason he's running them on the back and the fingers in the front, obviously he chewed through his rear tyres, his front tyres, because it's front wheel drive. So I've been banging on about come on, you want to give him a go. What were you running before? Some shit. It was just budgets. He was running some temporary shit budget tyres on the front, but I told him to try the Camorans out, and he's buzzing off them. Even I've been in the car, this guy's sending it around corners he shouldn't be coming out of. It just sticks. It's mad. And then he's sat on spacers and springs, so I think he's sat on 13mm all round spacers. All round, a bit different to my Golf. And then 35mm springs, because this car sat like a monster truck from factory. Again, we'll throw in a picture here of how it sat. Have you got a picture of factory? Yeah. Just throw it in right here, how it sat factory. Shit, now sits nicely. Tiny arch gap. I think once he puts Camorans on the back, once he's chewed through these, that little gap there will be filled, and it'll just sit exactly how he wants it. Moving on to the back. He's running a race design rear spoiler. Originally he did buy an Oettinger, which you've still got. Still got it. Everyone's got one. He wanted to be different, and what I love about this spoiler mainly is the way it flicks up. You can catch that shot there. The way it flicks up in the air. I don't know. I don't really speed spoilers like that, and I love it. I really, really like that. He was considering putting the Oettinger on a point. I told him don't. This is the one. But he's still got that. If anyone wants to buy it, let us know. rear light tints, medium smoke, because you can't do blackout like my Golf on a Polo. It looks stupid. On a white car, sorry. You can't do it on a white car. It looks stupid. So light smoke just to give it more stealthy look. He's put this Volkswagen little German badge underneath his GTI badge. It's a very, very minor little thing, but it actually looks sick, to be honest. He's got an iSweep Golf GTI TCR style diffuser, but on a Polo. So originally he was running a race design again. Yeah. Race design one. Throwing a picture of it. It was nice, but it was kind of similar to the Golf one. It's like bolted on. You know, it's like an aftermarket one. This is that OEM Plus style. It looks factory, but if you know your mods, you know it's an aftermarket thing. Proper classy. I think he's going to pinstripe it soon as well. But as it is now, it's classy. Proper. Don't pinstripe it. Don't be pinstriping that, bro. So this is where the Fiesta came out in Sham. He whacked Miltech tips, which look good on his car, but it's not a Miltech exhaust. It's a full custom system, straight through OPF. It's an OPF model, OPF deleted, decatted, res deleted, all the way to the back box, which is a custom back box. He had his stock back box in with the full straight through system, but with his little Asbo map that he's got on it, he's blown the baffles out of his back box, so he went custom. And then to finish off, Miltech tips. It's not a Miltech exhaust, but it sounds, you'll hear it, it sounds ace. But besides that, I mean, that's pretty much all his exterior mods gone. Shut the fuck up. Moving inside, full custom carbon steering wheel, reshaped, perforated leather on the sides, red stitch in there. He's got the LED ref counter, Audi start buttons, which are to be working in the next 2 weeks. We're just waiting for the module to come. They'll be wired up to his keyless system, and these will work. Drive select will be for his driving modes, sport, eco, all of that. So they're going to be wired up in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and they will work. Only works with keyless cars, like I said, and we can supply that for you. He's got the custom paddle shifters from me as well, black ones. Custom airbag cover in Alcantara from us again. Starlight roof inside, 450 stars with a pan roof in a car like this. Absolute light show, looks mint. Honestly, I love it. It's one of my favourite cars we've actually done. He's also had custom gear stick in carbon made. So I think it's like you replace the original part, cover that over. He went to diversion stores and got the Alcantara gear shift cover as well. It's nice. It does pop out of it, which is a bit annoying, but once it's in, it looks good. In terms of spec inside, he also went for the art below seats. They're an optional extra over the tartan seats. I've done a few Polos with the tartan seats, just like a GTI, but them art belows are really, really nice and comfy. This car is mega comfy. Spec wise as well, he's still got heated seats. He's got the same 8-inch screen that goes in the Mark 7.5 Golfs. Full system, Apple CarPlay. Literally, how much did you pay? 20, 21?
Yeah, about 21 and a half.
20, for 21 and a half grand, honestly, bar the fact that it's not full motion, if you want like a new car, some people they like new low mileage cars. They don't like having like a 4-year-old car or whatever. If that's what you're after and you've got a budget of around 20 grand, you want like a hot hatch. Mega car for money. Honestly, he was having big problems with his map before. He's mapped to stage 2 basically from Euro spec, like my C63. He dynoed at 300 like you've seen in the video, about 298 he dynoed at. And the last tyres he had on were shit. It just span everywhere, and I used to wind me up because I'm just used to think, what's the point in having all that power in a front wheel drive car? Since he's put the Commorans on, honest to God, it's changed the whole way he drives this car. He actually drives it with confidence now rather than being timid, because he knows them tyres are sticking to the ground and they're pulling him through corners that the other tyres wouldn't. So now, as you're going to see today, the car it's a different league now. Honestly, 21 and a half grand, I think they've dropped a little bit now. You might be able to get one for 20 grand, but that's with the spec he's got as well. Under the hood, full RAM air intake, including elbow. This car is a bit different to the Golfs. It has some MAF sensor, so the intake is a bit different on this car than it is to mine. Besides that, it's just the mapped engine and then the whole exhaust set we talked about. But I'll show you how this intake sounds now, because I've just done it on mine, which is going to be we would have put this video out after Sham's one, so you already know what mine sounds like. Well, this is how it sounds on the Polo. Start up. Go on. But now we'll jump in, we'll go for a drive and show you around this car properly, how it drives.
We're out on the road now. Let's go for a bit of a drive, show you what the car's like. So when I first bought it, they're around 200 brake stock. I'm not sure what the Newton meters of torque is like on stock, but for a stock car it was pretty quick. It sat really high, and it was like, felt a bit floaty when you're at high speeds. Now I'm on springs, it feels a lot better. I feel more planted to the ground, and it just feels like a lot better to handle altogether. But now with the map's made a huge difference. It's just changed it into such a different car. It's just a monster now. The way it pulls for a small car, it's just mental. So first I did go stage 1 plus, which made 270 brake, and then I went on to do the stage 2, which makes a 300, but I didn't get a DSG map the first time. Just turn start stop off. So the second time I got a DSG map, and it's made such a bigger difference. I feel like the gears are longer and everything. Sticks to the road, downshift it, and obviously the map, same map as mine. Gears just go on forever. 6-speed box. Changes mint with the DSG map. Springs wise, I used to rub on springs at first when I ran the spacers. Went shorter on the spacers for 13mm, they were a lot better. I feel like it handles a bit better as well. Before I used to crunch a bit. The biggest difference recently has to be the tyres for me. I ran PS4s, yeah they were good, but for the money I'd rather save well over £200 and get a set of Camorans. I just feel like PS4s have such a soft profile that you can just chew through them on a front wheel drive car. Whereas with the Camorans, I feel like the grip's just as good in all weather, and you're still saving well over half your money for one tyre. The turbo that comes on this, I'm still on a stock turbo, so it's an IS20 housing with the IS12 cartridge in it, so it's a little bit stronger than the 6C turbo, but it still obviously has its limits to it. In regards, everyone says stage 3, yeah or no, it's just one of them. I'm in two minds whether to go stage 3 or not, but with stage 3 I would have to go and get a hybrid turbo, which is obviously straight swap the IS38 hybrid. With that, I'd probably have to go meth as well, along with an intercooler as well.
So to round it off, if you want something smaller than a Golf anyway, new, looks, everything is up to date with it technology wise. You want to mod it up, there's plenty of mods out there. Polo GTI, mega car for the money. I think you can get them from about 16, 17 with no spec, bump it up to about 20 with spec. You get one that's up to around 2 years old. Mega car for the money. It's quick, it's loud. The only thing that lets it down, I'd say, is that it's an OPF car, so you're gonna have to spend the money to take the OPF out if you want it louder. I'm gonna make a dedicated video just to what the OPF is and what it does to a car, because a lot of people don't understand, so they keep asking me what's the wrong with the 7.5 Golfs with an OPF. A lot of people don't understand, so I'm gonna make a dedicated video to it. But overall, sick car. Literally, he's like thinking of changing, but he doesn't know where to go from here, because at 19 years old, he's had it since he was 17. It's a sick car for the money. To be honest, that rounds it off. If you like the video, please like, subscribe and share. Take care. I'm going to put all the links to all of our Instas in the bio. The business one's in there as usual. It's the same bio every time. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, share. Take care. Peace out.